Guess who this billionaire is? He's the Silicon Valley enigma who walked away from guaranteed success to chase a ghost, a thinking machine. He convinced the tech giant to invest billions of dollars in AI and yet lives a life as paradoxical as his own vision. The man who is all in on AI helping humanity while still preparing for doomsday and having a luxury bunker that is ready for anything. This is the life of a quiet yet intense genius that believes he can shape the future one algorithm at a time. That's right, Sam Altman. 1985, Chicago. Steel and concrete. A blue-collar heartbeat, but beneath the surface, a different power was surging. Not in the factories, but in a quiet suburban home. An ordinary family, yet an extraordinary child. Sam Altman wasn't built for baseball. He was wired for logic. And while kids were playing out in the park, he was chasing algorithms, trying to decode the language of machines. And at 8 years old, he wasn't just using a computer. He was mastering it. In John Burroughs' St. Louis, he went to an elite education, but Sam Altman wasn't there to play by the rules. He was a mind operating on a different frequency, a genius with a disruptive streak. They expected brilliance, and he delivered something else entirely, something that shook the foundations of their polished world. And in high school, he didn't just excel, he detonated expectations. And to get a sense of his mindset, in his school, they had an assembly every year, and let's just say they were very strict on their beliefs. But Sam Altman was ready to break boundaries as he declared his identity in front of the entire school. And this trait of courage followed him to every single boardroom for years to come. Fast forward to Stanford Computer Science, where Altman flipped the table. He was already in a position that many dream of. However, he had a strategy. He traded classrooms for high-stake tables, and he saw that the world wasn't in the code, rather in the players themselves. So he left to study them. Altman learned to decode the human algorithm, and he did it flawlessly. Fast forward to 2005. Altman founded Loopt. He created a pioneering platform in the location-based space. Now, Loopt wasn't a billion-dollar slam dunk. However, it did light a fire under Altman. And next stop was Y Combinator. And take this in, he didn't just walk in. He straight up took over as president of the company. Altman at this time isn't even old enough to buy his co-workers around. Yet he's calling the shots for the next tech giants. And Altman's Y Combinator was a place where tech leaders were made. Some of the companies were Airbnb, Dropbox, and Stripe, among others. And the thing is, he helped make them happen. And he wasn't just running a company program, he was changing the whole tech scene. And was he tough? Definitely, a few sources say. But you could see the results. He was building the future one startup at a time. But in the world of startups, Altman was done. And even though he already made his millions from selling Loopt and also having foot in some of these startup companies, this is when a key moment would occur in his life that would change our life as we know it. Through a mutual friend, Geoff Ralston, he met Elon Musk. And this resulted in the creation of OpenAI that we would later get to know as ChatGPT. And at this moment, he had to choose either startup companies or the future of AI. Artificial intelligence, promising, enticing, mind-bending potential. Altman was consumed and foresaw a future that was yet to be a reality. And his top-tier role with startups left behind for something unknown, untamed, and unbelievably powerful. And let's remember, we're still in 2015, and Altman leaves Y Combinator, walks away from that kind of power to co-found OpenAI with Elon Musk, with a mission to build AI for humanity. Noble? Maybe. Naive? Definitely not. This was a power move of a different kind. He wasn't just building companies anymore. He was building the future of intelligence itself.
We begin in the United States, where President Donald Trump unveiled a $500 billion plan to boost artificial intelligence infrastructure in the country. The project will be funded by Stargate, a joint venture of
OpenAI.
Next episode, from boardrooms to presidential coronation. Altman's ascent was unstoppable, but taking on Elon Musk, that's a whole nother level. But the government may hold the key, as he is now not only part of the presidential coronation, but also the biggest and most expensive investment the US government has made in history. And you won't believe what comes next. I'll see you next time in part 2 of this video, which is already cooking up in the works. See you next time.